Hey guys, this is Jacob Taylor from Southside, and for Chapter 10, we were asked to discuss how using creative language can backfire. I first want to start out by giving the difference between communication and language. Communication occurs when we try to transfer what is in our minds to the minds of our audience. Language, on the other hand, is the means by which we communicate, and that's a system of symbols that we use to form messages. There are so many different things we can add to language to stylistically make it different, easier to understand, or make it more formal. We can use figurative language such as alliteration, similes, and metaphors. We could use slang or parallels, antithesis, or personalized language. And these are all things that can help an audience understand your point better or with a different perspective using comparisons or references. It's also important to remember a code of ethics while using creative language, as you would not want to offend anyone. A good example of this shown in the chapter talks about how some people would use the term projects over public housing. This may offend someone because the term projects usually has a negative connotation. This can indicate that the speaker did not think enough about their word choices or thought about the impact of those choices. They also mentioned in the chapter that you should stray away from speaking about your personal biases and controversy. An example of this is abortion rights, pro-life and pro-choice. Relating to this subject matter is sexist and heterosexist language. These both have to deal with gender pronouns and grammar, meaning you should avoid man-linked terms, which are terms such as firemen or policemen. Instead, you should replace them with firefighters and police officers. Another form of language you should avoid is profanity. Audiences do not expect speakers to use profane language, and in most cases, doing so will hurt your credibility with the audience. Even if the majority of your audience does not mind cussing, even one offended audience member can result in a negative impact. Some other things to be mindful of are cliches and exaggerations. To make sure your use of language does not backfire or offend anyone, remember to use simple language to construct clear and vivid messages. And if you would want to add stylistic language, it's important to know your audience, know your demographics, and remember that you would not want to disrespect anyone.